On the table today at Squirrel Stampede, we are building Pokemon from Mega Series 17, all new Pokeballs to construct. Very exciting. We've got some interesting Pokemon to build, like Scorbunny finally here to the single packs, and then Pachirisu is here. Super excited for Pachirisu. Then there's Grookey, of course, and another Pachirisu. Okay, and then of course we've got a Rookity and another Pachirisu. Yes, that's awesome. Then we've got a Sobble and another Pachirisu. I could do that. And a Combi. Combi is looking really interesting. And then another Pachirisu. Awesome. Totally cool. And then another Pachirisu and another Pachirisu, another Pachirisu and another Pachirisu and another Pachirisu and another Pachirisu and another. Lots of Pachirisus. I just had to pick them up, of course. And we've got a large scale build. We've got a Dragonite with those new motion moving bricks. So it's going to be interesting. Lots of Pokemon to catch. I think we can catch them all.
Squirrel Stampede!
So of course we start with Apacherisu, an electric type Pokemon. It makes fur balls that crackle with static electricity. It stores them with berries and tree holes. That's exactly what I would do. A pair may be seen rubbing their cheek pouches together in an effort to share stored electricity. Even more things I would do. Possible moves: growl, bite, quick, attack, charm, spike, endure, nuzzle, swift, electro ball, sweet kiss, thunder wave, super fang, discharge, last resort, and hyper fang. Does not evolve. I am most excited for this Mega Style inspired squirrel tail piece. That's something you don't see every day, something we may use every day. It's a really nice looking piece. Let's get the Pachirisu belt, see how many electric acorns we can catch. And constructed, a Pachirisu on a regular Pokeball does not disappoint. Feels like a slightly larger build than most Mega Pokeball sets. And look at this tail. Maybe it's the tail that creates some largeness. This is a huge piece with huge blue spikies up on top for electrical charge. It is certainly the piece to look for in this build. And then on and around, a nice little blue light feature stripes going here, blue ears, and a little bit of paint smudge on the back there, but we've got other Pachis to identify, so this one will be blue smudge on back of head. It's a real lively build, glad to have it in the series. So I guess we can check out a Scorbunny next in a luxury ball. Scorbunny here. We've built a Scorbunny before in a past build. It was on a nice little flaming skateboard set. But now finally, after 3 years of Sword and Shield, now that it's finally winding down, it's last month, we've got a Scorbunny build. What took them so long? They really needed to set the new 3 guys up to Mega a little bit faster. Let's build. And it's the new luxury ball Scorbunny build, looking bunny-affic, bunny-rific, bunny-flific, bunny something. Always a good build with the Scorbunny. Oh, hey look, there's the Scorbunny on the fire skateboard, so some slight differences from the previous build. This new Scorbunny with its eyes closed, happily smiling, the original with the eyes open, and this new one has a better pronounced orange collar. It's a little wider. This one, it's almost barely visible. It's just a little disc. Other than that, they look pretty similar in build. I think they kept most of the build intact. But if you missed out at that only other previous chance of building a Scorbunny here, now we've got this one in this series and it's a pretty good build. Moving right along, let's find something that's not so stark white on the table. Let's try a Grookey. We've got a Grookey return. Grookey also in a previous double pack, I think, with the Sabal, a water fountain set. So we have a new Grookey standalone figure build inside a quick ball, and many of the ball choices now, they just give you a variety in the pack. So let's open up a Grookey. And we've got our Grookey build on a quick ball, one of the more difficult builds on Mega because of the head. The way the head plates come together, you've got two soft pieces of the ears and the leaves to press in between the two plates, and it can be a little difficult. One may jump out at you, but once you get past the head, it's a pretty good build. The rest of the body's easy. The arms come together really well. The tail, the little T on the top of the head, I almost forgot. Previous Grookey, I really don't see too much of a difference. This one's got an ear that's starting to flip down. The sad part of these rubbery pieces is they sometimes do not last as long as the rest of everything, but looking about the same in the construction. It's too bad they didn't like close his eyes or done a different wink or something to kind of differentiate the two. He does have a nice little grassy piece of something he's holding on to. But our Grookey is built, and again, it's always nice to get more opportunities for some of the main I Choose Yous. Let's just continue on with the big three of Sword and Shield, Pokemon Series 17. We've got Sobble. And again, Sobble previously packed with, I think, Grookey and a fountain. And I think this Sobble has a different face. So interesting they didn't give us a new face with Grookey, but we'll go ahead and construct and we'll check it out in a second here. And it's our Sobble build on the nest ball, looking much more happier than he did before. This is what he was before, just kind of like eyes and headlights, sad, scared, just not happening. And this one, a little more happier, eyes closed. So this is the series where everyone's eyes are closed. I'll try to remember that, except for Grookey back here. Grookey, your eyes should have been closed. But other than that, I don't see too many differences in the construction here. This is the prototype to the Pachirisu tail right there. That could have been a squirrel tail use as well. I think it was used in Squirtle probably. It looks pretty familiar there. But great looking little figure build of Sobble. Good color. Good arms and legs. The arms are kind of noodly and are very monkey-like in a way, and the legs are kind of fun too. They can grab onto a little clip on the Pokeball there. An awesome fin up there with the yellow. So good build with Sobble on the nest ball. Isn't there like a water ball or something? I gotta figure that one out. And that brings us to a couple more. We've got a very interesting Combi. I have to get out the super extra deluxe essential handbook out to help me out with this one. Combi is pretty new to me. I don't see very often bug flying type, Kalos Central region, tiny bee Pokemon. The member of the trio spend all their time together. Each one has a slightly different taste in nectar, kind of like a Doug trio. It increasingly gathers nectar from sunrise to sundown, all for the sake of Vespiquen and the Swarm. So this one evolves to Vespiquen, another one I just probably for some reason never have seen. Possible moves: Sweet Scent, Gust, Bug Bite, Bug Buzz. How to say it? Combi. Well, it's certainly cute. And the super extra deluxe essential handbook wins again. Funny how they keep just adding on to the title every other year or so. So let's construct up our Combi. And it's the Combi build, and probably the most interesting build of Series 17. Sorry, Pachirisu. It's just incredibly cool with all the hexagons going together to build this little bumble trio bio thingo. Most of the many Pokemon Mega Constructs are just torsos, arms, legs, and a head. This one is just 3 heads hexed together with wings, antenna. It's just ultimately really interesting, a really interesting build. So a surprise pleasure to build this one. It was fun, although I still, of course, will name Pachirisu as the best of the series, but this is honorable mention, of course. So a really cool build. I wouldn't mind picking up a couple more of these, just like Pachirisu, and having a little bit of a troop build with it, because it's been so fun. Look at those smiley faces. The prints are really cute with that one. The wings. Just a really, really interesting build from Mega on this one. That leaves us with one final build of the Series 17, and where did I put it? Still have Pachirisus all over the place. There's that one, there's that one. Oh, there we go, the Rookity, Series 17. Have we done a Rookity before? Kind of feels like we maybe have seen one before. I just did an inventory of all my series, and for some reason it is not sharp on my head. Maybe after I build, I'll see. So let's construct up the Rookity, our final build of Series 17. And constructed the Rookity, our final build for Series 17. Pretty sure never built this one. I can't recall if it has been included in double packs before. I kind of feel like it's new to the series. It's ultra cute though, nice and blue on the back with tails and wings, and a nice solid face stare looking forward. I had to go all the way to Series 4 to find a Hoot Hoot build, so that one may have reminded me of Rookity a little bit. And then Series 6, the Series 6 Pidgey. Oh my, that one's quite blocky. It's kind of funny, this almost feels like something from Series 1, but these are the 4 flying bird-type Pokemons we have constructed over the years. Gotta say, Pidgey is probably the best and most advanced now. Hoot Hoot seems to be missing a leg. No, I think that's how Hoot Hoot's supposed to be. It's quite the challenge though at this stage of the game, remembering who and what we've constructed. This series though is definitely going to highlight the Pachirisu, of course. Well, the main 3, Sword and Shield. Ash always falling down. The main Sword and Shield characters of Sobble, Grookey, and Scorbunny are the highlight theme of Series 17. But the Pachirisu, of course, my favorite. The Combi. So quite the lovely series, all with different Pokeballs to collect. Think it turned out well. And now on to Series 18, right? Will we get a Series 18? It just never ends.
Welcome back to the Squirrel News Network. I'm your host, Strawberry, alongside my co-host, Blueberry. Thank you, Strawberry. We have an excellent segment today. We have captured footage of Dan playing some Pokemon Violet. Very interesting. This will serve some fascinating news on what Dan is using in his Pokemon lineup. Let's now go to the feed and see what he's up to.
Okay, so here is my quick update at where I am at on Pokemon Violet. I chose Violet just because everyone else chose it at the store, so I figured I gotta be like everybody else. So here we are, we're at the fountains of Cascawadoria, something like that, and yeah, I've got my green hair going on. What is with my hair? Pretty cool. Yeah, just did some desert adventures and some other things, but we're gonna share what I have in my my Pokemon collection right now. Wrong button. Let's see here. There we go. Okay, so we got a Pachirisu up top. Pachirisu level 32 is going up there. Squovit 19. We had Squovit in the back for a while in the box because we needed some other characters. I chose the Crocolore because it is quite cool. I wanted to go with fire this time. We got an Umbreon leveled up. That's kind of cool. It started as an Eevee, and somewhere along the way it turned into an Umbreon. I also have a Ditto there, up there, and yeah, we got a Magikarp up to a Gyarados. Always nice to have one of those. And anything in special boxes here to see? Let's see here. Go to box 1. Anything you want to know about? Fletchling, pretty interesting. Not really. I like this Psyduck. There we go. I got a Psyduck in there, and cute little Azurill. I can't even say it. Oh, this guy's really strong. This Ice Cube is a level 42, but we'll keep him in the box for now. Got a lot of weird little bug water things going on. A lot of stuff that would be fun to evolve. But yeah, just kind of some of the things that we have collected over time here. A Fnappy, oh, that's so cute. And oh, this one's been kind of cute. The Persian from Meowth grew up, although gets its tail licked every time in battle. And then look at this, look what I just saw. A Combi. How did I get a Combi? I don't remember this. So we have a Combi in the box too. So that's kind of an update. I'm over here at the water fountains of Karasaka something or other. I can't remember the name. And I'm gonna head up to this and fight a gym leader pretty soon. So yeah, nothing Nothing too exciting going on right now. It's still early on in the game. I think, where's, how do I find my badge? How do I find my badge? Or my badges? In here somewhere, I think. Profile. So there I am, Skunky Squirrel, and I've collected 4 badges so far. Paldea Pokédex, 77 Pokemon caught, and 123 battled. No shiny Pokemon battled for some reason. I thought I did. 5 recipes collected. Total playtime 14 and a half hours. So I need to play more. But that is a quick little update for the Squirrel News Network. They wanted to see what I was up to doing. And right now I'm walking. I'm walking really funny. What's the deal with that?
Well, that was another exciting installment of the Squirrel News Network. It looks like Dan has a lot to go with on Pokemon. Maybe sometime he should try to hook that up onto his gaming channel. Yes, Strawberry, that really should be a priority of Dan one of these days. Thank you for watching the Squirrel News Network.
So alongside Series 17 new Pokeball builds, we've got the Dragonite. A Dragonite actually to build. I've never built a Dragonite before. I think there had been one in the past. This one though, incorporating the all new Mega build with motion bricks. So this is a really interesting feature. It's going to help flap the wings. Many of the new Pokemon builds from Mega have motion pieces. I figured I would start with Dragonite because it is the best, it is the largest. I love this scale of build, it's really fun. But it incorporates into this windmill build set with some others like a Wooloo and a Zubat here. And you've got all these twisty gears and turns that I guess build a world of motion. Depending on how Dragonite builds tonight, I may or may not get to those, not sure. As the problem with those mini build sets, they tend to are hard to keep together. They all kind of fall apart in pieces. Gotta have a shelf ready for them. Whereas these larger builds are pretty stable and hold together really well. I've got a Snorlax still sleeping in front of the mountain cave. Inside the box, one booklet of Dragonite instructions, and it feels like over time Mega is finally really improving some of their instructions. They're getting a little easier. They used to be in these just wide open poster things that were really difficult. Many of the new sets here again, Dragonite combining with these other sets to build this little windmill scene. Very interesting. Is that another Pidgey? Look at that, a new evolved Pidgey after what we just saw. Pretty funny. And then some other up top here. It's hard to make out. It's really quite small print. I see some interesting things though. I see an Eevee in there and some sort of giant cascading waterfall build. So Mega in 2020 Squee has quite the product launch. As for bag of pieces, Mega has them now numbered. So bag 1, bag 2, bag 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 bags of very bright, vibrant orange pieces. Dragonite's all about the orange. Nice to have some numbered bags though, and then there's that special motion brick. Typically Lego would make you build such a thing, but it's just a nice little 2x2 brick, a little bit taller, kind of the size of a Lego mailbox in a way, with some gears, 3 red gears inside, so whichever way you're turning, the other 2 opposites will rotate. Nice little piece, and a clever idea for the year. So let's start our construction of the Dragonite, see what we got here. constructed, we have Dragonite. Some interesting results here. Overall, the looking pretty good. Standing him up on his hind legs, he's able to kind of wave to us with these ball-jointed arms, kind of brickly ball-jointed arms. Very, very orange overall with a little softer yellow as the belly and a nice shaped head here. We can open up its mouth. I always like that, the ability to open the mouths. Mega Constructs, Mega Blocks, whatever it is now, always has done a great job with the head pieces with these Pokemon, really giving them some fun character. And with these larger scale builds, you can see a little more, intricate build there than what you get with the most basic forms. So overall, in that department, pretty good. There's good motion with the ball joints here, great motion with the legs, the hips are on ball joints, and there's even some double hinge work here with the feet. So there's plenty of positions. You can either stand on the hind legs, or you can kind of bend down a little bit in a different dragon pose. Maybe could have used a little more region to move that neck up, but pretty good positioning. And oh yeah, the tail, lots of positioning with the tail. We can go all the way down this way, which helps balance, so that's pretty cool. You can have it up for seating abilities. So yeah, I like the way they do these. I like how when they build, you're kind of building from a core and you're going out two different directions. Mega does just a really interesting and unique job of the build of their Pokemon series. Someday far away, I imagine Lego will get Pokemon, and it will be really interesting to see someday how they would do that. But yeah, overall great. You got these little spiky spikes up top, and it looks like a Dragonite. As for the build with motion gimmick on these, kind of pretty disappointing. We've got a dial, a red dial on the back of Dragonite here, and when we rotate, we're gonna get some flapping action, but very limited. I mean, we're talking maybe 5 degrees, 10 degrees of movement, not much. I could have built it wrong. I might have to go back in. I remember there's a little rubber band piece or a little rubber piece that folded in, which I believe it gives it pressure to bounce back. But there's certainly not enough. I really would think you'd want it to go all the way in and all the way out, kind of like this. I'm manually getting better flapping than I'm getting out of this. So maybe I built it wrong. Maybe it needs to be softened up inside a little bit, worked on a little bit, but pretty disappointing. I think you would have seen something better from Lego on that department, as Mega doesn't typically get into mechanical builds like this. This is actually pretty new for Mega the last year. I know there's a mechanical running Pikachu, there's a butterfly I think that flies, and of course all these new sets that are going to integrate these motion bricks in. This one's a little bit not that great, but it might improve once I noodle around with it a little more. But it's not really the selling point for me. The selling point is just this awesome looking Dragonite. And so there's everything we built today for Series 17 and 2020 Squeeze Mega Construx Pokemon line. Several other things to come perhaps. I'm a pretty big fan of the Pokeball series. They're usually pretty affordable. In fact, I got a few extra Pachirisus that we saw earlier. I'll hold them off for later. It's that squirrel tail, I tell you. The whole build here of Apacherisu just looks fantastic. And so does Grookey, Scorbunny. Combi was really fun to build. Rookity and Sobble rounds out a really great series. And there we go with Series 17 from Mega, always continuing the greatness they are. What do you think? If you liked today's video, please give us a squike, a squirrelibe, squamment your favorite new Pokemon. It better be Pachirisu. Thanks so much for watching. That's what I have to say about that.